Hi, my name's Sullivan. I'm going to run you through a bar series. Hopefully by now you've already done my warm-up, which is another video that is part of this series. I just need you to get a wall. You can use like your kitchen bench, your counter or anything, but it needs to be very sturdy, so I wouldn't recommend using a chair because most of your body weight will be against the bar. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up in a side plank. So you want your whole body to be on a diagonal, your feet together and knees together as well as your ankles as much as you can. You want all of your weight tracking down from your shoulder directly over your wrist. So all of my weight is in that bar arm. We're just going to start with a nice elongated spine and back. I've got a diagonal line from the tip of my head all the way down to my toes, a nice straight line. The more that I bring my pelvis towards the bar in that straight line, because the pelvis is a very heavy area, it will make my arm and abs work more. So we're going to start with our arm by our side and we're just going to bring it up and down. Nice straight arm all the way up and down. Really dropping those shoulders. Good. Up and down. This is one of those exercises where you start with something really easy and by the time you've been here for 20 minutes, it's no longer that easy. Good. Keeping those shoulders nice and dropped. You want pretty much all of your weight in that bar arm. So I've got quite a heavy load on my shoulder and wrist. You can also do this one on the floor. So the other option to be doing it, you can either do it on your arm and just coming up and down like this. This is a bit more of a challenge, but you can also come down on your elbow if your wrists aren't great. You can be down on your one knee and up and down, up and down, or you can come out to that full slide, up and down. Bit more challenging on the abs. But otherwise, we're just here in that diagonal line. Good. We'll go for 10 more here, and then we're going to wrap it around. So we'll go for 10 more, and then leave our arm directly out to the side. And 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, leaving our arm out to the side, we're going to wrap all the way around. And under, out. Really following your hand with your eyes so you get that full oblique twist, really going underneath your arms. Good. Twisting from the hips here. Keeping both arms nice and straight and then curling under. So coming out to that full T, following that arm, really dropping those shoulders. This one is really working your shoulders, so you want to bring your scapula together at the back as you come out. So they're really dropping down and there's not tension in the shoulders. Good, working through those obliques, bringing the belly button into your spine. Good. We'll go for 10 more here. Remember to keep breathing, and then we'll keep our arm directly out to the side. Good. And 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Leave your hand out to the side. We're going to lift and lower that outside leg. So really keeping that angle, you keep going there. You want to be falling into the counter from your ankles. So my diagonal line is really from the ankles. So the side, I've got this side line and my arm is out here and we've got that pelvis in line with our ankles dropping over in a straight line. So it's like I'm standing up, but I've just dropped all of my weight into the side arm. So really just a straight line all the way down. If you are on the floor, we can be doing the same thing either on your elbow or on your wrist, lifting and lowering that top leg. Different options here. So keep going there, lifting and lowering that outside leg. Good. Keep breathing here. Nice straight legs. When I'm talking about breathing, I really want you to think about inhaling as you bring your leg back into center and then exhaling as that leg lifts up. So an easy way to remember the breathing is to think about exhaling as you do the more difficult part. Particularly as the exercise gets more difficult, I want you to really concentrate on your breathing because it will really help. So what I want you to do is exhale as it comes out and inhale lower. Exhale out, inhale lower. You will find that the lift and lower of the leg will potentially become slower. Really thinking about your breathing so that you engage your core and don't put pressure on your lower back. You really want that outward leg lift to come from your core, a nice strong torso rather than from your lower back because we don't want to put pressure there. Really thinking about using that core, wrapping those obliques and pulling that belly button into spine. We'll go for 5 more and then we're going to add in that arm. So we'll go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and adding that arm, so closing our arm and then bringing it up as the leg closes in. Good, same option on the floor, whether you're doing it on your elbow or up on your wrist. Same thing, bringing your leg and arm together as it comes up. Good. Remember to keep breathing. Inhale as they come down and exhale as they come together. Dropping those shoulders, engaging that core so we're still not putting pressure on our lower back. Good. Really sweeping them in, getting that nice straight line, making sure our pelvis is stacked directly over our ankles. So we really want that straight line all the way from our shoulders, so our shoulders are over our hips, and then our hips are directly over our ankles. Good, lifting and lowering here. We'll go for 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, hold those legs out. We're going to bring our arm up and connect our elbow and our knee, shooting directly out. So if I'm on the side, the way that I want your arms and legs to come out is as if you're in a star. So I would have one side, one hand on the bar, and then my leg and my arm would come out to that star position. Really strong star position. Every time you come out, really working on those obliques, both on the side that is actually crunching, but also on the other side. You want to be lifting up and feeling like there's a space in your shoulder joint. So about that much space, you want to be lifting out of that shoulder so you're not putting so much pressure on your wrist on the bar side. Particularly as now you've only got your weight on one leg, you really want to be using your abs, particularly your obliques, and also really drawing out of that shoulder so that's not coming up towards your ear. Good. Again, always the option to be doing it on the floor if you don't have a counter or a chair or anything. And we're just coming in and out. In and out, really making sure that your shoulder is stacked directly over your wrist. Good, we're going to keep going there. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold them out. We're going to do little circles about the size of a bread and butter plate. You really want to be moving just from the shoulder joint and then just from the hip joint. Just that one limb moving. Everything else is nice and stable. Wrapping those obliques, tucking that belly button into your spine and really thinking about drawing your shoulders back and down across the back into your jean pockets. So really that cross into the jean pockets, elongating out through the top of the head. Good. Little circles here. Space in that shoulder joint. So I really want you to think about having about 1 inch of space in your shoulder joint so that we're coming away and dropping those shoulders down, really getting that space between the top of your shoulder and your earlobe. That space in the thinking about that space in the shoulder joint will really release pressure on your shoulder joint and on the wrist. Coming back, we'll reverse these circles after 10, 9, 8, 7, nice and strong here, really engaging the core. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse those circles here, trying to keep everything else still as possible, just moving from the shoulder joint and the hip joint, isolated movements. Good, drop those shoulders down, keeping that gaze up. Instructions are not on the floor. Good, nice straight arm and leg, making sure we're pulling up from the top of our kneecaps so we really get a nice straight leg there, really engaging that quad. Good, we'll go for 10 and then we're going to leave our arm and leg extended out. And 9, drop those shoulders, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and keep those legs extended, arm and leg extended out, flexing and pointing the leg. Flex and point. Good. Making sure we're still thinking about that space in the shoulder joint. All of our weight directly down through the wrist into the bar. That nice straight line from our shoulders to our ankles against the bar. That real straight line so that our shoulders are over our hip joints and over our ankles. Ankles together and ankles nice and strong. We're flexing and pointing that leg, really working through the foot, pressing through the ball of that big toe as you come out. Good. Good, we'll be here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming in, give your legs a bit of a shake out and your wrist a roll.